Grammar. Articles. What are they? There is a boy eating an orange. The orange the boy is eating looks yummy. Now, an, and the are what we call articles. In this video, we will learn when should we use an, and the. We use a and an with singular means one. How many boys do we have? Only one boy and one orange. And countable nouns. Countable, you can count. One boy, two boys. Unlike water, if we use water, we say there is a boy drinking water, not drinking a water. So we use a and an with singular countable nouns. Okay, I understand. Why did we use the here? The orange the boy is eating, we have singular countable nouns. Interesting. We use a and an when you mention someone or something for the first time. If you mention that person or that thing again, use the. Now we know which boy are we talking about. We're talking about this boy. The first time you say there is a boy, the boy is eating an orange. The orange is delicious. Do you see that? Let me repeat. Look, there is a boy. There is a boy. The next time, the boy is eating an orange. An orange. Because this is the first time I say orange. The next time I say orange, the orange is delicious. Give me a red pen, please. Okay, here. Here is the red pen my father got me. Okay, the first time the boy said a pen, the girl said the red pen. Why? Also, use a or an when you mention someone or something unspecific. Which pen did he want? Any red pen. Which red pen did the girl give him? She gave him a specific pen. Which one? The one that her father got her. Not any red pen, it is specific. Okay? Is this easy for you? Good. Now look. Last summer, I visited India. India is a beautiful country. Now this is interesting. India is a singular, only one India, countable noun. Because actually it is a country, I can say countries. The next time I didn't use the India is a beautiful country. Why? The reason is India is an exception. India doesn't follow this rule. Do we have more exceptions like India? We have a lot. All these words are exceptions. I want you to pay attention to them. We don't use the with names of countries. I live in Saudi Arabia, not the Saudi Arabia. Names of people. Give this pen to Khalid, not the Khalid, even though Khalid is someone specific, right? Still, every time you say Khalid, India, Saudi Arabia, the first time, the second time, you never use the. It's an exception. Names of streets, names of languages, unless this language is followed by the word language. What do I mean by this? You say, I like English, or I like the English language. If you want to use the, you must add the word language after the word English. Okay, after names of holidays, I'll see you after Eid, after Christmas. If you are not Muslim, sports, games, magazines. I read Planet Earth every weekend. Singular countries like India, Saudi Arabia. Cities like Jeddah, Mountains, Mount Everest is very high. Islands, let's go to Hawaii. Lakes, Victoria Lake. Squares. What do we mean by squares? It's not a shape, no. A square is a large open area in the center of a city. Parks, airlines, companies. I bought my computer from Microsoft. Continents like Asia, Europe, Africa, North America. Days, I'll see you on Monday. Months, in October. Colors, I like green, red. Meals without adjectives. What do we mean by this? I had eggs for breakfast. No the. If you use adjective like terrible, you use the. The breakfast I had was terrible. Use the if you have an adjective. Terrible means bad. The breakfast I had was bad. Okay? With school subjects like mathematics, science, geography, know the. Before the words bed, court, what do you mean by court? Court is a place where trials are held. Church, what's the meaning of church? It is a place where Christians pray. Home, hospital, prison, which means jail, school, university, and work, when they are used for the purpose for which they exist. What's the meaning of this? I'll give you an example. I'm tired. I'll go to bed. Know the. What are beds made for? Why do we have beds? We have beds to sleep in them, right? This is the purpose, the reason we have beds. Don't use the. But if we use bed for another reason, then use the. Where is your phone? My phone is on the bed. Do you get it? I think it's easy. Now we use the with names of rivers, seas, and oceans. Now interesting. All these are bodies of water, just like lakes. But with lakes, know the. Try to remember this, okay? All these are bodies of water, areas covered with water. If it's a lake, know the. If it's a river, sea, or ocean, use the. The Amazon, the Nile, the Red Sea, the Atlantic Ocean. Deserts, like the Sahara deserts. Plural, families. What do we mean by this? Like Simpson. Simpson is a family name. We say the Simpsons will visit us tonight. The Simpsons, the Gandhis. Also, plural countries. In here, we have singular countries. Like what? Like the Philippines. It's not Philippine, it's always the Philippines. The United States of America. If the country has the word United, then use the. The United Arab Emirates. Emirates, plural. The United Kingdom. Okay, if it has an S or if it has the word United, use the. Mountain ranges. We have singular mountains here, like Mount Everest. But if it's a mountain range, then use the. Like what? Like the Rockies. The Rocky Mountains. The Rocky Mountains in the US. The Sarawak Mountains. And groups of islands like the Canary Islands. Newspapers. This is interesting. Magazines, know the. Newspapers, use the. I read the Times every morning. Times is a name of a newspaper. Organizations, services, buildings like hotels, restaurants, and museums. Unique things. What do we mean by unique things? Things that are nothing like them. Like what? Like the sun, the moon, the earth, the north, the east, the west, the south. I'm going towards the north of Canada. Always the before unique things. Superlatives. What do we mean by this? It's like the tallest, the shortest, the most expensive, the most beautiful. This is called superlatives. Always use the. Nationalities, when we refer to the whole nation. Like what? When we talk about all the Saudis wear thobes. The Americans don't. We use the. We're talking about the whole nation, all Saudis. Adjectives referring to classes of people. Like what? Like when you say the poor people who don't have money, don't have enough food. This is a class of people who are not rich. The rich have a lot of money. We're not talking about one poor guy. We're talking about a class, all the poor. Okay? Now, here is a very important note. If the name of the river, sea, mountain, or whatever is not mentioned, then the exception will not apply. Like what? You say, there is a river in this country. And this is correct to say. There is no mistake here. We have a river, and I used a, not the. Why? We use the with rivers. Why? Do you know the name of the river? No. Then don't look here. Use the general rule. If you have the name of the river, Amazon, then use the. There is the Amazon in this country. Okay? Good. Now we are ready for practice. Furnishing new flat. Furnishing means putting new furniture, new sofas or chairs. New flat. Flat means apartment. It's a British word. Americans say apartment. What will we use here? A new flat, an new flat, the new flat. We're talking about something unspecific, mentioned for the first time. Which flat are we furnishing? We don't know. A new flat is something that needs time and attention. The word time is uncountable. If you say times, 2 times, 3 times, that is a different word with a different meaning. So that means once, twice, thrice. But time, hours, and days is uncountable. You can count days, but you can't count the word time itself. Which time does it need? We don't know. Nothing. Leave it empty. And attention. Attention means you need to be careful. Again, attention in general, we don't use any articles. Very few of us. Now, this is interesting because actually you can use a here and you can leave it empty if we don't have very. But because we have very, you can say very a few of us, very few of us. If we don't have very, then you can say a few of us are rich enough to be able to hire. Now you know the word rent. Rent is for things. Hire is for people, is when you pay someone to make him do some work for you. Interior decorator. Interior decorator is someone who can help you furnish your flat. You hire an interior decorator, any interior decorator. Majority of people must do. Majority means most of people. What do we say? The majority or just majority of people? We use the. Why? You can't have 2 majorities of one thing. Always use the majority. Because nothing has 2 majorities. It's just one majority. Do it by themselves. Nowadays, there are lots of design shops which offer wide range, lots of products, things that are made for people to buy and use. Range, a wide range. Which range? We don't know. A wide range of products. We don't use a, we don't use the. We have plural s, so a and an would be incorrect. Which products? We don't know. Just say products at affordable prices. Affordable, not expensive. Most people can buy these products. B. museum of modern art. We are talking about a specific museum, the Museum of Modern Art. Modern art in general in New York is great museum. Among all museums, it is a great one. Not only does it contain, not only that, it has beautiful paintings by famous artists, artists plural, which artists we don't know, such as Monet and Picasso, but building itself, we're talking about the museum. The building itself, the museum itself, is also excellent work. In general, an excellent work of architecture. Architecture, the style and design of buildings. We don't use any articles here. It is an excellent work of architecture. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please share it with friends. I'll see you again next time, inshallah. Goodbye.